can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. You think you won't get this?
On 1st and 10, Downing. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check 13. Hey, Charlie. 52. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 5-2.
From the gun, Downing. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Set, 50, plant. You draw forfeit. Kill. Go, hit it.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Off play action. Downing. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Winston got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Strip that ball. Check 24. Check 24.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. So that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Ready? Black 22. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. The first carry for Josh Adams. And some room to maneuver. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On 1st down, Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They'll try to throw now. Winston. This complete to Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Back. Go. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You ain't doing nothing today. Kill. Rock it. Go.
Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Ready?
Block 52. 52's the mic. Coming for you.
Get it.
That's Stills bringing it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kenny Stills with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Winston. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Jim.
Topper. Beat grip.
Operating from the gun. Downing. He completes it to Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
On the set.
I smell fear in that offense.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set up. 8, read.
In your face. Check out read.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down. Downing. It's complete. Stills. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
80 weapon. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the ready.
45. Mike, 45. Here it comes. Slam.
Greystone, travel. Snap.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21 to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Winston. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd down, Washington. And some room to run now. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dwayne Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run, Smallwood. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Downing, and Stills over the middle. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got some space here. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Squeeze. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Downing. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Let's go.
And let's see the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down.
Check 45 to Mike.
Hey, lock it.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, Downing. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. To throw is Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston now. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Winston now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st.
Ready, black 22.
Mike's 47. Oh, here we go. Oh.
A 1st down throw for Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Ready.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I got one. Wait. At 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Here we go.
They'll throw again. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
On first down, Downing. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Keep playing hard.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm here all day.
Again, it's Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
From the gun, Winston. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks, straight in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start the drive with Smallwood. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ready?
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Share. Get it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Check 26, check 26. Showing it, showing it.
He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Smallwood. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Check, 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 check. Check 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Check mark 45. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 43. Check.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Pilot, 64, read.
They'll run for it with Smallwood. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Ready,
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and sneak it here. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. On first down, Smallwood. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
70, Indy. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Say go.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
It's our time. It's our time.
Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
A gain of 18 on the play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Winston. Caught by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
To throw, Winston. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to him on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. And they will take a knee here. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars